So you're going to use scalp shampoo now?
So this one we're going to use now is the scalp shampoo. It's the Micellar Low shampoo. So this is for people that maybe got sensitive scalps, or just people that just want a really light shampoo.
Yeah.
So it's been designed to, like micellar water in kind of cleansing products that we're all kind of familiar with, sort of facial cleansing products. This is just really nice. Instead of really needing to scrub the hair when you shampoo, the idea of this is it kind of absorbs any impurities. It just kind of soaks them all through. So when you use micellar water for taking off makeup, eye makeup for example, you put it on the cotton wool bud and you just dab it onto your eye and leave it on your eye. You don't scrub it. You leave it and it just absorbs and just kind of naturally kind of soaks up any eye makeup. This is the kind of same principle really. So if you've got quite a sensitive scalp, the last thing you want to do is a really sort of heavy massage.
Yeah.
So it's just lightly kind of massaged in, and it just absorbs any kind of build up, dry your skin,
Impurities and things. Yeah.
It just makes the scalp feel nice and fresh without kind of rubbing it, because when you've got a sensitive scalp, your blood is quite near to the surface anyway, and any kind of manipulation or anything like that just it kind of aggravates it even more.
Yeah.
So this just kind of, it's just a very light, really light shampoo, and it just makes the hair feel nice and clean and fresh without that kind of extra scrub.
Yeah.
So it only just needs just to be on for kind of like just 1 minute, and then we'll give it a nice rinse.
And then do you do that twice?
Yeah, just do 2 shampoos. The first shampoo is just to take off any, I mean the hair is quite clean because we've just done the scrub anyway, but the first shampoo is just to kind of lightly remove everything, and the second shampoo makes the hair feel nice and clean after.
So this is the problem that I come across all of the time is I talk to every one of my clients about how often they wash their hair, and when they wash their hair, how many times do they shampoo it, and it's alarming, very alarming, the amount of people that A, wash their hair every day, and B, wash their hair, only shampoo their hair once, and they're shampooing their hair. It's alarming the amount of people that don't wash their hairbrushes, that don't wash their, not just their pillowcases, but their pillows. So it all adds to people who have scalp conditions, or people that have thinning hair, or hair loss, or they find that the hair just gets greasy really quickly. So my advice is for them to wash it no more than twice a week if they can get away with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And to only shampoo their hair twice. Their second shampoo, they should get a good lather on it, and they should be able to feel their hair being really super clean.
Yes.
And then obviously their conditioning from just their mid-length and ends. What's your take on that?
Well, do you know what? It's interesting really, because I feel like the scalp is like a forgotten thing. People, they kind of can feel when the hair feels dry, or the hair feels damaged, or the condition of the hair feels a little bit poor. I think the scalp is a little bit forgotten about. So I think this range is really good because it identifies a lot of people. There's quite a high percentage of people do have scalp issues.
Yeah.
And it kind of isn't, they don't really know where to go for it. Do they go to the doctors? Where do you go for advice on your scalp?
Yeah.
The thing I like about this range is it doesn't just deal with the actual issue itself. So say somebody has got oily scalp. It doesn't just deal with the oily scalp, it deals with the reasons why the scalp is oily in the first place.
Yeah.
So in the whole range, they've got a microbiotic system. So on everybody's skin, there's a kind of it's like a bacterial flora, it's called. So you've got good bacteria and bad bacteria, and they live quite happily together. I'm just going to put a little mask on your hair while we're chatting. So the good bacteria and the bad bacteria they're very happy together, and that's fine. And then just now and again, that kind of, the good bacteria and the bad bacteria kind of gets out of sync.
Is that a bit like what happened in your tummy?
Yes, exactly like that.
Yeah.
So you take these little antibiotic, the probiotic drinks,
Yeah.
it just helps to keep that kind of flora balanced. So when it's out of balance, your body sends messages to the scalp, it thinks it's under attack. So this range has got that microbiotic system in just to keep that whole bacteria flora evenly balanced. So it is like taking a kind of probiotic bacteria drink every day.
But you just apply it to your scalp.
And you're just keeping your scalp in a happy balance. And then that deals with the issue. So say for example you've got maybe dandruff. Your brain sends a message to your scalp because it's under attack and it's itchy. it sends a message to overproduce skin because it's under attack, whereas, and then that kind of, you get the build up of skin and it kind of looks like dandruff, when really, so this product will like help treat the dandruff, but it will also treat the reason why you get dandruff in the first place.
Right.
So this can be used as your shampoo. There isn't any conditioners, they're all shampoo, so you can use the shampoo to deal with the scalp, and then you use the mask, which I've just used the moisture mask on you. You can use a mask to deal with the hair fibre itself. So you're dealing with the two issues in one.
Because they're just two completely different things. Your hair and your scalp are just, everyone just thinks that they've got a problem with their hair, but it's not.
Absolutely.
It's the main problem can be from the scalp. The oiliness of your hair comes from your scalp. The dryness of your hair comes, well, the dryness of your scalp comes obviously from your scalp. Obviously the dryness of your hair is disconnected to, they're disconnected, aren't they? Everyone thinks they're connected.
Absolutely.
So I think that's where they've both got to be treated so differently.
Two separate issues.
Yeah,
definitely.
Especially if you have got a scalp issue. People will just use like any old shampoo and they think, oh yeah, I'll just get that off the shelf. And that's fine. Not everyone has to go buying salon products, but if you want to take care of your scalp and if you want to have more longevity of your colour, and if you want to make sure that, you know, that disconnection can be connected, then you've got to use the correct products, haven't you?
Definitely. It's like, for instance, fine, thinning hair. There's no point using volumizing products. You need to use them in conjunction. The hair starts, as you say, it starts from the scalp. So if your hair follicle is blocked, your body can't produce a really good quality of hair. So therefore, the resulting is fine hair.
Yeah.
Whereas you can deal with the scalp first, then you can unblock that follicle, give the follicle the ingredients that it needs, and then your body will produce a better quality of hair.
Yeah.
Then you can use volumizing products and different things afterwards to give your hair more bounce, but you've got to, I just think the scalp is forgotten about.
Yeah.
And this
I
is how it
absolutely
works.
agree, yeah. And I think that the education that is given out there from salons and to clients is lacking as well with regards to the scalp. You know, I feel that, especially for me being a hair loss specialist, the amount of women that I am seeing that are saying that their hair's thinning, they've got a receding hairline, and the first question that I ask them is, how often do you wash your hair? And, you know, when you shampoo it, how do you shampoo it? And they'll say to me, well, no one's ever told me that I shouldn't. No one's ever guided me in how I should be washing my hair. No one's ever taught me how I should be washing my hair. So, again, it's about salons educating their clients in what they should be doing to avoid hair loss problems.
Well, I think we're asked, as hairdressers, we are asked, I mean, who else do you talk to about problems with your hair?
Yeah.
It's a hairdresser, and I think we're asked these issues, and people drop these issues into the conversation, but maybe they're not identified with, you know, someone says, oh God, my scalp's a little bit oily, and you're like, oh, okay, oh yeah. Anyway, what we're going to do about the colour, because you're a hairdresser.
Yeah.
And I think it gets missed a little bit, and I think we do need to be better at advising, because there's nobody else that can advise better than hairdressers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if someone's got a problem with their hair or their scalp or hair loss, you know, of course they're going to speak to their hairdresser about it. And us as hairdressers should be educating ourselves about all of this.
Yeah.
So what I say is, you wash your hair every day, you wash your hair away.
Yes.
And I say that to all of the people that I see, and then they'll say, do you know what, I've stopped washing my hair every day and I have noticed such a big difference. I have noticed that.
It's not necessary. You're washing away all those natural oils that are protecting your scalp. It's not necessary. It's just changing that kind of mindset a little bit, changing the routine.
That's exactly what it is, isn't it? And then, you know, also talking to them about, so I generally, when I'm at home, I leave my hair to dry naturally, because I tend to wash it at a time when I can, and then I'll just use one lot of heat on it, so I'll either use the straighteners or I'll use the wand on it. I try not to use two different lots of heat, and that doesn't work for everybody. Some people have to blow dry their hair, but then if they can let it dry to a point as natural as they can, and then stretch it with their hairdryer, sort of like using their hairdryer from the time it's soaking wet till the time it's dry, then all that heat that's going on their hair and their scalp, because it's drying their scalp out as well, then all the products that they're using, you know, they could be wasting their time, really.
Absolutely. I'm just going to put a little bit of tonic on your hair now. This is the calming tonic. So this has got Italian capers in. So what it does, it just soothes. If you've got kind of like scalp irritation or anything like that, it just kind of soothes your skin a little bit, just calms it all down. So yeah, kind of normally I would do this over at the section, but while we're over here, so you literally just run it through just on the scalp, and it's just a really nice sort of, it just soothes everything. It's a really nice consistency, and it just makes you kind of just feel more settled. So anyway, I find that just at the nape of my neck, that it's just, my skin there gets really, really irritated. So I just apply a little bit of this, and it just calms everything down a little bit. It just makes it feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
So you can just give that just a really, really light, very light massaging.
Can you do that once a client's had a colour, or is it best to do it?
No, it's fine. You can apply it. Yeah, apply it whenever, because it's just very, very soothing. It's just very, very light. It just helps kind of regulate the scalp a little bit and just bring it back to sort of neutral pH.
Yeah. And helps with those, the good and the bad.
Yes. Yeah, keep that bacteria in a nice happy medium. There we go, and that's your treatment done.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful.